When you are playing the game, you won't see any crosshair. Okay, you won't see any dot in the game. And that could be very confusing. At least for me, it's very confusing. So how do you bring up the dot? Well, to bring up the dot, all you have to do is press the Alt key. After pressing the Alt key, then you'll see the dot. See? There it is, the dot.